What's up, everybody? And this is your weekly news update. This is Tuesday Roundup. What's up, everybody? And this is your weekly update news. This is Tuesday Roundup. As you guys have possibly noticed, I am wearing a hat and I am wearing my sunglasses. Now, for most of you, you're probably wondering, hey, Tim is wearing sunglasses again. That means that he didn't get that much sleep last night. That may be true. But this time around, it's a little bit more different. I'm currently nursing a migraine right now. So, for everyone who doesn't know how migraine works, it's kind of like a headache, but either in one side of your temple or like both sides of your temple. The best way that I can describe it is this: imagine the worst headache that you've ever had in your life. Now, take that and imagine that pulsing action. The pulsing is like more like boop, boop, boop. That's kind of like what a headache works. A migraine, on the other hand, goes boop, 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 boop. That kind of pulsing. Now imagine that pulsing is like a thumbtack pulsing in your temple, right? That's pretty much what it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Christian's here too, by the way. So think of it kind of like that. So imagine thumbtack just pulsing that way on your temple. That's essentially what a migraine is. And the reason why I'm wearing sunglasses is because there's triggers for migraines. One of the triggers for migraines are light and sound. So right now I can't really do anything with sound because sound's always going to be there. But the light wise, I'm trying to minimize as much light that goes in my eye and onto my temple. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. So I'm trying to minimize that so that my headache doesn't get worse and worse and worse. So I apologize if this look seems kind of what's the right word for this look, Christian? Douchey. Yes, douchey. We're going with douchey. I apologize if this sort of look like douchey, but it's just that the light is it's really bright. You guys can see it's like perfect lighting. I love the lighting in this and then this kind of weather. It kind of lights up the whole room and whatnot. But as of right now, with my migraines, this is like the worst enemy that I've ever had my whole life. But I'm managing in there, so that's why I would wear this today. But hopefully it'll be gone by tomorrow. But we have a lot of things to talk about too as well. So there's a lot of update that. There's a lot of things that happened within the last week, so we'll get started. So just to get everything started about your weekly news update, we're gonna get started with Action Comics 1000. I know that the Action Comics 1000 is fast approaching. Today is the 27th already, meaning that it's gonna be less than a month away, if I'm not mistaken. You're looking at about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, somewhere around there. Or no, not 3.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something around there. I don't know my days of the week anymore. Action Comics 1000 is fast approaching. It's going to be on midnight at the 18th. So definitely keep in mind again that we are having a midnight release party in here. Just a few more details on the midnight release party if you guys haven't noticed yet. We have been letting people know what to expect. We will have refreshments in here for everybody. Again, first 20 people will get extra tickets with them, and then the next 10 first 20 people will get 4 extra tickets with them, and then the next 10 people after the 20 will get 2 extra tickets, and then the next 10 will actually get 1 ticket each. These tickets are for the raffle. We are raffling off a Jim Lee Golden Signature Action Comics 1000 certified, and that is worth about $300, and we're raffling off 2 Dan Jurgens, also certified certified and signed by Dan Jurgens himself. And the Dan Jurgens, we are raffling that off at 3 p.m. and then the other one at 6 p.m. And that's going to be on our Instagram Live. So that's for people who couldn't make it, it's going to be on Instagram Live. For people that can't make the raffle, I know I've already told people about this, but give us your raffle tickets and then let us know where you want to put it in, either the Dan Jurgens or the Jim Lee. Now for the Jim Lee, on the other hand, I believe that we explained that already. If you want it for Jim Lee, for the raffle tickets, give us your tickets and we'll put it all in Jim Lee before we do the raffle. Again, Lewis has spoken. We're going to do the raffle around 11:45 or 11:50 p.m. just before midnight. Like I said, just before midnight, and we'll definitely raffle that off, and then we will announce that too as well, and it's going to be on Instagram Live too as well. We have informed many of you guys already, including on last Tuesday roundup, that we suggest that you guys come in a little earlier. I know that we're saying that be here at 11:50 p.m. but lineups always start lining up. For some reason the lineup starts really early too as well, because the last time the Doomsday Clock happened, we told people to be here about 10:30 and that would be fine, and everybody was here already at 9 o'clock. So if you can make it around 9 o'clock, 9:30, that would be fine. The doors will be closed, but we're not going to reopen the doors until midnight. So yeah, so get a launch. Yeah, like Christian said, get a lawn chair. Last midnight release that we had a few people that had lawn chairs already. That'll be fine. Just have lawn chairs with you. The first 20 people will get some refreshments from us. You're gonna get some pizza on that too as well. So we're gonna give away the first 20 people some pizza and whatnot. I would say, yeah, just definitely if you can get a lawn chair, by all means get a lawn chair, and then have like a friend with you to save your spot or whatnot. So this time around we're going to be more organized, and we're going to be a lot more organized and a lot more organized. That's all I can think of. It was organization that was a problem last time. We had like 3 different lines happening. We knew that our events are getting bigger and bigger, but Doomsday Clock was another beast, and we know for a fact Action Comics 1000 is going to be another beast on itself too as well. So definitely try to get here early, so that you can get 4 extra tickets too as well. Extra tickets on top of everything that you've already have or will currently get to as well. I want to touch on too as well that for Action Comics 1000, a lot of people have already prepaid for that too as well, so that's great. We're gonna make an announcement. We're gonna make another announcement concerning people who prepaid for Action Comics 1000 on next Tuesday roundup. Just a little bit more details. They get a little bit more of incentive for doing a prepaid. So but we're gonna get on touch on that on next week's Tuesday roundup, because we have a lot of things to talk about today. So with the March calendar rotating now to April, that means we have new prepaids. I'm gonna post it right here. It's a little bit of a guerrilla kind of guerrilla photo taking in here on what's going to be new for prepaids, but these are the new items that's going to be for prepaid. It's not currently done yet, but these are the big ones coming out for June. So you can start prepaying on this starting tomorrow. When new comic books comes out, these are the ones that you can definitely prepay. As you can see, there are a lot of number 1s that's coming out, and there's a reason why too as well. That's why there's a lot of new number 1s. For the most part, some of them are fallouts from the aftermath of like storylines, and I'll get to that too as well. But these right here, you can definitely pause this video and you can write down all this stuff, or when you do come here, you can take a picture of it. It's already posted on the wall right behind me, right over there by our TV. So from now on, everything that's going to be for prepays are going to be on the TV there, right beside the TV, the whiteboard right beside the TV itself. So it's for everyone to view. And we have the sign up sheet here. We have the sign up sheet here already, so it's all set and ready to go. So just let us know what titles you want to do a prepay on. So as you can tell, there are a few #1s in there, and there's going to be a few that we're going to be talking about. But just to recap on some of the #1s in there, you do see there's Man of Steel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you guys have not known yet, Superman, the title Superman for DC is being redone under Bendis's guideline, under Bendis's sites. It will be Man of Steel now, so keep that in mind for everybody who subscribed to has them in their pull list. Superman, it is now called Man of Steel. Okay, so as of May 30th, it's going to be called Man of Steel. So don't be alarmed if you have Man of Steel on your pull list in there and Superman's gone. Superman is now rebranded as Man of Steel, and since it's going to be rebranded as Man of Steel, it's going to be Man of Steel #1. It is going to be a weekly, and then there's also an after effect on that too as well. But for now, it's Man of Steel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So they're gonna go on for 6 weeks. So that's one issue per week. The other #1 that you might have noticed in there too as well is that Justice League #1. So last week I showed you guys this image right here. This is basically what Justice League looked like after the aftermath of what happened in Justice League No Justice. So just a small recap. Justice League No Justice is Scott Snyder's direct follow-up to Metal #6. It's Scott Snyder's direct follow-up to Metal. So the fallout from Metal actually dribbles down to Justice League No Justice, and everything that happens in Justice League No Justice actually breaks apart the Justice League. And the one that you guys the one that we showed you, that is actually Justice League #1. So because of the fallout of Justice League No Justice, Justice League actually get rebranded with a brand new team, similar to the animated series, and is now called Justice League #1, issue #1. So it's called Justice League, but the issue is #1. Now, with the recent announcement in WonderCon by the DC panel, I believe they announced it on Saturday or Sunday. Not quite sure, but with the announcement, they have now this team right here. So this right here, what you're looking at is Justice League Dark. So DC is actually bringing back Justice League Dark with a whole new set of people there too as well. So you can clearly see Wonder Woman, a big image of Wonder Woman, meaning that she's going to be spearheading as a team member of Justice League Dark. And as you can see too as well, everyone's favorite Swamp Thing is back on Justice League Dark too as well. So Christian is pretty excited about that. So Swamp Thing is actually back now. They reintroduced Swamp Thing about in January with the Swamp Thing Winter Special. So if you want to get a hold of that, I think we have 1 or 2 copies here left. But Swamp Thing is now there, but there is someone visibly missing there too as well, and I'm assuming because of the Sandman imprint, Sandman Universe imprinting. So like I said before, Mr. John Constantine, or John Constantine, he's not in the part of the Justice League Dark team there. You see Swamp Thing there too as well. Zatanna's there. They have new members in there too as well. You see Man Bats and Detective Chimp. If you guys don't know who Detective Chimp is, Google Detective Chimp. He's actually pretty awesome. He was actually featured in one of the Dark Knight's Metal one-shot, which is the Rising, the one that they squeezed in there, the last one-shot that they squeezed in under the Hunt, Rising the Hunt. So Detective Chimp is there too as well. Other than that too as well, you can see that this is the other Justice League that they announced on Saturday or Sunday, called Justice League Odyssey, and this is the most mysterious Justice League that that everyone scratching their heads, because the past Justice League that they've introduced, it makes sense. You have obviously you have Batman there. You'll have Justice League of America with Batman, and then Lobo and all that stuff. It kind of makes sense, right? Somewhat of a head scratcher, but kind of makes sense. But this in here, they're keeping it tight-lipped, very, very much tight-lipped. There is no information on Justice League Odyssey at all. We can only speculate that it has to do something with space. There might be a crossover with the Green Lantern, Corps, something. But so far, we don't know what's going on. But we're left to wonder the reason why we are scratching our heads and they're keeping tight-lipped, because of that character back there. That character back there, if you guys are wondering if that's Darkseid, that is Darkseid. As you guys know, during Darkseid Wars, he was turned into a baby, and then during Metal, he was still a baby in Metal. But what you guys haven't known is that he actually turned into a fully adult now. And if you guys are wondering how he was turned into fully adult, you guys haven't been reading Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman actually reintroduced Darkseid again as a fully adult. Went from a baby to an adult. There was actually a full issue of it. I think it's called Children of the Gods. Yeah. It's called Children of the Gods, right? Yeah, so it's called Children of the Gods. The storyline is called Children of the Gods. It's when they introduce Darkseid again as a fully adult. So if you guys are wondering how Darkseid from Darkseid Wars turned into a baby, and then still a baby in Dark Knight's Metal, and all of a sudden a fully grown adult now, we have back issues of Wonder Woman, Children of the Gods. So that is something that I believe I mentioned that you guys are missing out on Wonder Woman right now. You gotta have to read it. It's been amazing. Children of Gods is one of the most amazing storyline, at least for rebirth for Wonder Woman. It's not like Court of Owls, but it's kind of like Negative Flash. If you guys remember Negative Flash storyline, it was like that. It was really, really good. So if you guys have time, we do have them in the back issue, Wonder Woman, Children of Gods. We have them in the back issue, and as you can tell, if they're in the back issue, they are 50% off. So if I were you, go grab them before people catch on. So and then as you guys can tell too as well, Teen Titans and Titans actually have their own #1 too as well. DC has been a little bit more tight-lipped on it too as well, because they said that Teen Titans was going to be canceled, but then it's not canceled. So it's one of those things where they're giving you cryptic messages. Teen Titans, the current Teen Titans, is going to be canceled, but rebranded as Teen Titans #1. And the biggest news coming out of Teen Titans #1 special is Lobo's daughter, Crush. So she will be making her debut on Teen Titans Special #1, and it is drawn by one of the best illustrator out there, Jorge Jimenez. So it's based out of his concepts. I'm pretty sure if you guys type in Lobo's daughter, Crush, you will see some art concept by Jorge Jimenez, or you can actually just go to his Instagram. He posted it right away after they made the announcement. So that is a key issue there. That's a first introduction. So we are doing prepays on there too as well. So if you don't want to run out of that, definitely let us definitely make your prepaid there too as well. Another thing that we have there is Titans too as well. Titans are getting rebranded. So some of the Teen Titans are actually moving on to Titans because, well, that's just nature. They just get older. So Titans, they kind of kept quiet about it too as well, and what's going to be happening, but not much details on it. All we know is that Damian's going to be in it too as well. So keep a watch on that. I have too much details on that. So now on to Marvel #1s. As you guys can tell too as well on the list that we showed you earlier. Actually, everybody already knows this. Marvel is going through a complete rebranding of the whole title itself. They're doing a complete reboot of their titles, and as you can tell from the list that we have there, there's a few #1s in there. More nobly is Deadpool. Despicable Deadpool will disappear. So just to get back to what I was saying in there with the with the magic of Hollywood there. I was actually got busy there a little bit. You can tell it got a little darker. So customer walk-in. So essentially what I was saying earlier, Deadpool and Deadpool Assassins. As you can tell, Deadpool and Deadpool Assassins are two different types of Deadpool in there. There's not much details on what type of Deadpool you're going to be getting, but it's going to be along the lines of this is Deadpool with more of the comedic experience, where the other one is a Deadpool where it's more of like the mark with the mouth kind of thing, right? So Deadpool and Deadpool Assassins are something that's going to be a little bit more interesting. We'll get more details on that by the end of the month, and by the end of this month, and we'll get more details on that too as well on the next Tuesday's roundup, where we can give you a little bit more in-depth on what to look forward to on the Deadpool side, since the movie's coming out pretty soon. The other title that they're also going to be releasing on number 1 is the Immortal Hulk. So far this is what we know about the Hulk. Seeing the image on Avengers number 1, we know that She-Hulk will be part of the Avengers there, and the other is that Totally Awesome Hulk seems to be still going to be running. With the Immortal Hulk, that is the Bruce Banner Hulk that we saw came back in No Surrender number 684. So as you guys might have noticed already, there is the cover for the Immortal Hulk is done by Alex Ross himself. That's actually really good. For me, it's a really good cover. I like it a lot. The cover itself is essentially him coming out of the grave, because supposedly he did die. So he has his own series right now under the Immortal Hulk series. So I think that would be very, very interesting too as well. Again, more details would be on the next Tuesday roundup. The other that basically that you want to look at there too is Century number 1, Thor number 1, and also Tony Stark Iron Man number 1 too as well. With all these titles, we already know that Thor number 1 is the return of the Odin's son, Thor, because if you guys have read the Mighty Thor, the last issue of Mighty Thor, I believe it's 704 or 705, I'm not quite sure. Jane Foster has passed away, and you guys pretty much know how she passed away. So the hammer itself, that is a big mystery, as you can tell. If you have read, if not yet, spoilers, this is a spoiler here. Jane Foster cancer has come back, and how that happened is that she has thrown the hammer to the sun, destroying the Thor hammer itself. So the mystery is, how is Odin's son have another hammer, and it's kind of golden? So that's the mystery itself too as well. Sentry obviously is going to be coming back too as well. Sentry number 1, they're reintroducing Sentry again to the Marvel universe. And finally, the most noble number 1 is Tony Stark Iron Man. If you have been following Iron Man, number 599 is basically when Tony Stark's comes back. The search for Tony Stark's doesn't end, but Tony Stark comes back at 599, and then we're gonna get a reasoning on the Invincible Iron Man number 600 coming out this month. In the month of May. So everyone who prepaid and pre-ordered Iron Man 600, you are all going to be set, and you will get some explanation on what's happening with the return of Tony Stark. With that being said too as well, we're going to move on to the wedding of Kitty Pryde and Colossus. So this has been years in the making. It might not be too much of a big deal for some people, but this is a landmark issue, because it becomes a wonder where X-Men is actually going to be taking this whole marriage of Kitty Pryde and Colossus in the near future. So that's going to be very, very interesting. So the first wedding for Colossus and Kitty Pryde's coming out too as well in June. So if you want to pre-order and prepay that too as well, you're more than welcome to. But everything that's Marvel that I mentioned, we will have more details on that too as well in the next Tuesday roundup. So just to backtrack a little bit too as well, going back to Justice League No Justice, as you guys can tell, there is Justice League Dark and also Justice League Odyssey coming out. All these Justice League coming out, so far there's 3 teams that we know of: Justice League Dark, and Justice League Odyssey. These are the fallout from the Justice League No Justice coming out. So for everyone who pre-ordered and prepaid for Justice League No Justice, definitely thank you for pre-order and prepaying for that. And based on what I've read, I don't want to give any spoilers because it's a pretty big story. I mean, Scott Snyder's the one writing it, so he always keeps things close to the chest and pretty much kind of like a surprise for everyone. Kind of like what he did with Metal, with Dream, all of a sudden just comes out in the last pages, you know what I mean, of Metal. Is like amazing, right? So so essentially there's going to be a big surprise there too as well. Again, he promises something big coming in with Justice League No Justice, and it will affect not just the Justice League but the whole DC universe itself in the coming future. As you guys know, we are in the middle of Doomsday Clock right now, and Doomsday Clock, from the perspective timeline, I know I've explained the timeline to a lot of people already, but from the perspective timeline, Doomsday Clock is the very end story of the rebirth slash DC universe timeline that we're currently in. So so as of right now, it's going to be interesting what the fallout and what the surprises are, what Scott Snyder has in store. So I'm pretty sure that you won't be disappointed on that. So if you want to go ahead and prepay and pre-order that, it starts in Wednesday. And as you guys can tell, the prepay and prepaid, the prepay and the pre-order FOC dates on that will be, I believe, the 23rd. Let me double check. Yes, it'll be the 23rd of April at 8 p.m. So keep that in mind. Another FOC date that we have too as well. We have the FOC date on special orders. As you guys know, you can definitely special order things before the before the FOC date, and we can get that at the end of the month. So if you're missing some sort of issues or some sort of volumes in your collection that you want to catch up on, or you want to get started on something and we don't have it in the store, as long as it's available in Diamond, we can definitely order that for you. We will have that FOC dates for special orders later on. We're gonna have that by tomorrow on Wednesday, and we'll let everybody know that comes into the store what that FOC date is. As long as we can make that order before that date and time, you will receive those items at the end of the month. So keep a watch on that tomorrow. And if you're not going to be in the store, definitely expect that FOC date by next Tuesday roundup. We'll let you know what that FOC date is. But for everyone else coming in the store, we'll definitely let you know what that FOC date is on Wednesday. So the big announcement today is the big changes that was happening in the store. I'm pretty sure that you guys, for everyone who follows us on Instagram and Facebook, we've released a couple of images in there. There's 3 images that we released in there, and it may be a little bit more cryptic, or it's straightforward, depending how you look at it. It's either very cryptic or very straightforward. So just to clear everything up, what we're going to be doing in the store is this. The store itself has evolved so much so in the last 7-8 months that we've been here. It's grown to the fastest growing comic book store here in Miami, which is great. It's also grown in popularity. Every day we get people that's either have never heard of us yet, or have seen us on Facebook or Instagram, or their friends' friends or their cousins' friends have told them about us by word of mouth. It's grown so much so that we don't have that much dead time in the store anymore. And that's all thanks to you guys, you know. That's something that we're very grateful for, and we're very thankful for everybody who promotes this store too as well. And we're always trying hard to please every single one of you. Either you're a first timer in here or you've been with us since the very beginning. We always try to cease to amaze you guys. We're never satisfied with just being normal. I always tell my guys in here too as well, you did not wake up to be mediocre. This store did not come about to be mediocre and just to be average. We want to be more to you guys. We want your experience to be better. We want your customer service to be better. We try to be better ourselves, and we always try to innovate something in the store. Keep it the way it would be, but try to innovate it somehow, either by discounts or by the way the store looks. So what I'm about to say is that basically this is going to be the next evolution in terms of what we're going to be doing in the store. We are almost coming into our full year pretty soon. But Free Comic Book Day is coming first. So I will. So what I'm about to let you guys know is basically the next evolution in terms of how this store is going to look from now until the near future. So this is what's going to be happening in the store. I'm going to go by which from the image. So if you guys have the image with you, the first thing in the image that you'll see is basically some sort of layout. The layout of the store from the very beginning, it was pretty basic. We had the trolleys in here, we had the shelves, and the shelves were lined up side by side, and they're going all in one row. The reason why we had it that way is because we didn't have that much stuff anyways, because we just started. We didn't have that much inventory, so that we had enough space for our inventory. And as days and months goes along, you guys have noticed that we added one more shelves in there too as well on the floor. Excuse me. We added more shelves because we added more items. Now what we want to do is basically somewhat go back to where it was, because we want to give you guys a little bit more room. The inventory itself still has increased too as well, because we have currently right now we have about 300 customers. 302 to be more precise. So we've reached 300 customers before the month of July, which is, if you guys have gone back to one of our weekly Wednesdays, we wanted to reach 300 on June or July. It's right now April, and we've reached 300. So that's thanks to you guys. Thank you very much, guys, for choosing us as your comic book store, and for a store that you trust your comic books to as well. Again, we've always said the money that you guys spend in this store is basically hard-earned money that you've had, week by week, and we don't take that for granted. We take care of these books for you because you expect something better and you deserve something better. So we try to take care of these books for you guys. So we want to actually go back to what we had before, just to get ready for Free Comic Book Day. And we'll get more details on that later on. Here's a hint of just a sidetrack. This is a hint of what we're trying to plan, what we have planned so far on Free Comic Book Day. We need more space, and there's a reason why. Tomorrow, on weekly Wednesdays, I believe starting on April 4th. It's not April 4th yet, tomorrow. No. On April 4th, we're going to give you one detail about what's going to be happening on Free Comic Book Day weekly, on what's going to be happening until we reach Free Comic Book Day. And I'll tell you guys this as much. We have big plans for Free Comic Book Day. This is going to be huge. One is that we're going to be giving away free comic books in there. We're actually maybe giving away free comic books beyond what is provided. I'll give you that much of a hint. Okay, so it's we're expecting a packed house, so we need to make some room. So essentially, this is going to be going back to the lined up row that we had. So from the image that you're seeing in there, it's going to be lined up. You're gonna see your DC, your Marvel, and your Independent will have their own section there too as well. So something very familiar, and something very different too as well. The bookshelf, on the other hand, the wall itself, the 30% wall, it's not going to change. It's going to stay the same, but we're adding something a little bit different on that 30% wall. On the lines, on the base of the 30% wall, you're going to see essentially back issues. So our back issue, we don't want it to just be clumped up in one section. We're not trying to push you guys to just one section of the store and just be like, stay there kind of thing. No, we want you guys to experience the store itself. We want you guys to be spread out, because what we're noticing is that when people go to our back issues, because they're 50% off, people tend to want to wait for the other person to finish before they can go and grab themselves, right? So we don't want that kind of thing. We want you guys, if you guys are looking for something, we want it to be accessible to you right away. So what we're going to do is that we're going to spread out our back issues just along the side of, along the base of the 30% wall. Sorry, I'm just turning down the volume here. So the 30% wall will still stay there, but it will be cut off at the bottom base, where the bottom base will only be sorry guys, my phone is actually going off. It's actually going in my watch. So essentially the base of the 30% wall will be back issues, right? There's going to be all back issues in the bottom in there. It's going to be all lined up. It's going to be nice and lined up for you guys, so that you can take the back issues, put it on top, and you can search through it and then put it back in the bottom, right? Something more accessible, so it doesn't break your back or it doesn't look like it's going to fall off, but it's going to be really nice on the bottom itself. And the 30% wall, the top part of it is still going to be 30% off. So that's something for you guys. That's one of the things that we're going to be changing up to as well. Another thing that we're going to be changing up to as well is that the pops itself, it's in the back. It's the model of the pops has always been in the back. What we want to do is basically feature the pop a little bit more. So it's going to be back here now. It's going to be in the front of the store. That's how the layout's going to look like. The pops are going to be here too as well. We're going to move the trade paperbacks just on the other side of the wall, right? So so far that's what the layout's going to look like for the store. Now, the other image that you might have seen in there is the online store itself. The online store went live about a month ago, and there's been a great response on it. People have been logging in, looking at the back wall, looking at our online store, purchasing some stuff in there, which is great. You know, thank you for that too as well. But we want it to be more special. We want it to be a little bit more than a back issue kind of website. Now, originally we wanted to do something kind of like what Midtown has, give you guys Midtown prices in there, but in terms of the delivery, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for it. It just becomes a little bit more. So we want to do something a little bit more different in there. We want it to be more. We want it to be more special when you actually log in. So what we came up with is that we're going to be an exclusive. The website is going to be featuring exclusive stuff, signed copies, rare comic books, as well as exclusive Funko Pops, as well as exclusive t-shirts, those kind of things. So what we're going to do is that everything, the exclusive stuff that we have in here, is also going to be featured on the website. So whatever you're seeing here in the store that's exclusive, you'll be able to see that on the website too as well. The reason why we're doing that is that we had a customer that came down from the Keys, actually. From the Keys, came in here, and he was so excited about this store, and he likes everything that he saw. But he only wished that he has this store in the Keys. It's kind of hard for him to actually come here all the time. So the way we look at things is that, what if we bring this store to him without actually having another brick and mortar there? So we thought about, how about we featured all the exclusive stuff that he kind of liked and put it on the website. So he gets to experience what you guys are experiencing in terms of our exclusive stuff in there, our exclusive pops, our rare pops, exclusive books. We have our artist signings in here. So what if all the artist signing stuff is also accessible to him? So we're gonna make our online store an exclusive online store. So all the exclusive stuff that we have in the store will also be featured on the website itself. And finally, the last thing of our I would say our change to the our evolutionary change, I should say. The last thing on our evolutionary change will be the discount itself. For the longest time, I mean, not the longest time, ever since our inauguration in August, our discount has been the same. It's been 15% off everyday pricing, 17% off during Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we featured the 17% off, and then you get 30% off on the wall, 10% off on graphic novels, and then 50% off on back issues. But what we're starting to notice too as well is that as successful as that discount is, and what made us different than any other comic book store in Miami, is that we give the most discounts. We give up to 50% discounts daily here in the store. So you know, that's something that made us different, and that's something that made things more affordable, because as you guys know, we believe in for you guys to actually enjoy these books, and it's something that everyone should be enjoying, and you shouldn't have to choose between, am I going to eat tonight or am I going to buy a comic book, right? We don't want that, right? We want you guys to enjoy it. As great as that discount is, and it's the most discounts that you can ever get here in Miami, we want it to be better. We want it to be even better than what we were. Essentially, what ended up happening is that how are we going to top that kind of discount without going out of business? Let me put it that way. But we need to provide something for everybody so that they don't have to choose between, this time around, between two variant covers. So as you guys know, variant covers are being very big in DC and Marvel right now. The trend that we're seeing is that people love these kind of variants, or that kind of variants, or this kind of variant, but they have to choose between which one they want to take. You know, they said, oh, you know what, this variant's awesome, but I like this one, but this one's awesome too, and I like this one, but I have to choose which one. If you like both of them, we want you to take both of them. You shouldn't have to choose which one's which, because it's something that you can't you can't afford, right? We want these things to be enjoyed, and we want you guys to afford them. So what we're doing is this. We're going to be changing the format of our discounts as well. Okay, the discount is going to go like this. I will reveal that next week. So I will reveal that next week on Tuesday's roundup. We're not quite ready to reveal that yet. As you guys know, any promotion or any big announcements, we always have to tinker with it a little bit more and reveal it later on, so that it'll be way more affordable for you guys. I will tell you this: the new discount is not going to be effective until next week Wednesday. Let me look at my calendar in here. That would be on April 4th. So on April 4th, the new discount for the store will take effect. And I'm telling you right now, I told this to about 2 to 3 people already, and they are ecstatic. They're ecstatic about, and they're excited about the new discount that we're going to be presenting. It's something that they're going to be looking forward to. I will tell you this: if you make it to this long of the video, you will. If you come on when you come on Wednesday, because it's gonna be a big week on Wednesday, tomorrow. If you guys come tomorrow, it's gonna be a big week because Dark Knight's Metal comes out, as well as Doomsday Clock number 4 comes out, as well as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Shattered Grid Part 1 comes out too as well. It's a big week. So if you guys come tomorrow, if you want to know what that discount that gets everybody so excited about. I will tell you guys what that discount is. Okay, so call it an early screening. Early screening of what to expect for our subscribers. For our subscribers, you will get an early screening of what your new discount would look like, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be great. There isn't going to be choosing anymore. You know what? If you like both of them, you will get both of them, right? We're going to make it more affordable for you guys, right? So it's gonna be great. This is the next step to our evolution in terms of providing you guys great customer service and great experience. As you guys know, we do the best in here. We try to be the best for you guys in terms of experience and customer service. No other comic book store will give you that kind of experience. So tomorrow, Wednesday, when you pick up your Dark Knight's Metal, your Doomsday Clock, your Shattered Grid, everything comes out tomorrow. We will tell you whether you ask for it or not. We'll tell you. We'll give you a quick sneak peek on what to expect come April 4th on the discount, the new discount that you will be getting moving forward. As far as the changes on the line, changes here in the store, that will take effect as of Sunday. Easter Sunday, which leads me to my next point. Easter Sunday, we will be closed Easter Sunday because we will renovate the whole store itself with a different layout, with a different kind of setup in here. So definitely look forward to that. So we're gonna have a different setup in the store. We're gonna be working tirelessly. So I want to take this time to thank all the guys that's gonna be coming in here. Christian, Lewis gonna be here, Eugenio's gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. I want to thank those guys, Christian, Eugenio, Lewis. Those guys work hard for you guys too as well. As much as entertaining they are also great people that's helping out in the store too as well. So we're going to be here tirelessly working on how to renovate the store too as well, just to make it better for you guys. So on Monday, the following Monday after Easter, the store is going to look somewhat different too as well. So you guys are going to really love it. As far as it goes, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for all the news. So again, tomorrow, new comic book comes out. Weekly Wednesdays, we're gonna go through what the brand new comic books are. I'm gonna go through all the brand new comic books. I'm gonna go through a little bit of Shattered Grids storyline that's coming out. They're all gonna be coming in nice poly bag. Something to look forward to. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Tomorrow, again, if you guys want to know what the new discount is, you guys, we're going to have a free preview of that tomorrow. We'll let you know tomorrow when you pick up your stuff. Another thing before you guys go, I just remembered, everyone who went to the Ready Player One early screening, thank you for coming in, guys. There's going to be more of that coming into as well. Every time we get something new, we'll let you know if there's a new screening coming out. So everyone who came out, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Let me know if you were part of them. You guys know to use hashtag RPOMCC. If you guys took any pictures, use that hashtag in there, tag us on it. Anything other than that, definitely let me know. Give us a text, give us a phone call. I'm here, Christian's here, Lewis is here, and also Eugenio's going to be here too as well, and Kevin's going to be here too as well. So let us know if you guys have any further questions. But until then, we'll see you in Weekly Wednesdays tomorrow. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.